Yeah, and as we mentioned, the conditions here, they're big, they're bruising, and these guys love it, Trev.
They certainly do. Hard to go past Shannon Eckstein today, by the way. Any race, actually, really. But Kendrick Louis is my pick at the moment. I really like the way he's developing.
So here it is. We saw it before with the women's race. No ski for the women, but the men will do the ski.
Men a bit bigger and a bit stronger can handle the ski a little bit better, so it stays in there. For safety reasons, they don't need to get rid of the ski, but there it was, ski, board, swim, 3 times through. Incredible race was set up for in these conditions.
All right, Courtney Hancock has won the women's. The last of the rules are being laid out for the men, and we are underway. The 2014 Ironman series at Smiths Beach. Shannon Eckstein, the man to beat.
And we just saw Matt Poole running down there as well. He referred to in his little piece before about going out to the left. All these guys have to run straight in. Will someone try and cut across the back of the field and go out, or will they just chance their luck at going straight out to sea?
Spectacular pictures. We saw all the girls in pink, these guys in green. It does set beautifully against this backdrop here in the Margaret River, 3 hours from Perth. Just a beautiful part of the world.
We saw veteran Wesley Berg. He had this southern end going out there, and he's very experienced too, Wesley, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays this out. But looks like he's been hit a bit here, Trev.
He has been a bit hit, knocked back on that side, which you thought would be the good side. Look at those sets just backing up and doubling up. Well, here we go for another wave. That's Wes there. Going to get hit by another one. No, he's over that clean. Here's a shot of Dane Farrell.
Sporting some nice blue hair there, Trevor.
Yeah, actually, Reese, that's Beyond Blue. He's actually a bit of a tribute to that great organisation, Beyond Blue, which deals with men's depression. So, great young fella there, Dane Farrell, out doing it for the boys.
Yeah, an extraordinary job they do with mental health and raising awareness here in the Nutri-Grain Ironman series from Smiths Beach. And dare I say it, the blue hair, New South Wales State of Origin team to turn it round in 2014.
I was waiting for that reference, Tim. Let's see how we go, hey? Last, what is it, 8 years now?
Oh, goodness gracious. He's a proud maroon, is Trevor Handy.
This is Kendrick Louis. Well, taking off from where he did last year. He's out in front, but a great paddle here from Hayden White. He's in second position, so a great start to the new young kid there.
And just pointing out too, those cameras on the front of the skis as they go past, that's going to bring us some sensational shots, and that's what we're seeing right now. Tannen Linden, who starred this year in the Deep Water Series, the young gun that came up with all the old, you know, codgers in the Deep Water Series, and actually was so bright and alive on that series. Incredible to watch him. Didn't do so well in the series as well, but incredible young competitor. I'm looking for him this season to do a little bit better.
Yeah, as we look at these pictures, Cam Cole, there he is. You don't miss him with that blonde hair. And we'll all remember the Aussies, which is virtually the ashes of this sport. And he came from nowhere. It was a fairy tale finish for Cameron Cole. Came from nowhere over his more favoured opponents. Extraordinary. And, of course, we'll be back with the Aussies in Western Australia in the beautiful, beautiful beachside of Scarborough for the Aussies in 2014.
And he'll have to defend his title there. And we saw Tannen Linden. Tannen Linden was so close there to Cam Cole, those two. So Tannen also in the series, and we spoke about him just before. It'd be great to see them go back, and Ali Day probably be back in the racing by then. And Shannon Eckstein, of course, would love to win his 7th Australian Ironman title.
Now you can see Hayden White there again. I mentioned him earlier. He's back up there. He's such a strong ski paddler, Hayden White, and he's doing a really good job. These guys are hooking across the back there, going with the swells, and now they've got to chase them in. You'll notice the guys on the way back in, they'll be having a quick little peek over their shoulder to see what's coming.
There's Josh Minogue, little spot shot there as he goes. Look how tight that is. See, Kai Hurst cannot get his right paddle in, and Josh Minogue, and then back further in the field, we're seeing guys all around those cans. So look across the field there. Hayden White, young fella from down in Sydney, incredible job. Kendrick Louis, Shannon Eckstein, we expect to be there. Kane Eckstein right up there as well.
How hard is it in these conditions? The ski obviously wasn't in the women's race because of the nature of the seas.
Well, great time to ask that question. There we see Shannon Eckstein on the right of the screen with the orange and green ski. Kendrick Louis in the centre there. See him getting knocked around every time they get lifted up. The ski moves around. They've got to be so loose in the hips to allow the thing to wobble around. If you try and stop the ski from doing that, you get bucked off the other side. Great shot. Hayden White paddling down onto this set. What an incredible start for this young fella. He'll be absolutely stoked. This is a complete change for him. He knows he can do this, by the way. He was incredible in the trial this year.
He'll be getting that real adrenaline rush. I remember that first race I had in the series. You're pumped up, the crowd's there, the cameras are there, you're really excited. He's taking full advantage of it, and he's going to hit the beach first.
Yeah, with Mitch Miller.
Oh, look to the right screen there, Tim. You can see Josh Minogue, I think it's right behind Tannen Linden, going sideways. Here he is. He's going to go backwards. He has to hold the ski. And there was a leg over. Look at this. This is from on board the ski. What a fantastic shot. He throws the leg over to try and roll. That gets dangerous if he gets flipped to this seat, to the land side, but he stayed on. I think he didn't lose his ski.
Come on, Whitey.
And here we go, Hayden White. Like I said, he's really running on that adrenaline, and he's renowned for his ski paddling, so he would be hoping to get a start like that. But he's full of beans. He's heading down again. He's heading down to the cellar. He's running really close to that flag there, and he's got his board, and off he goes down towards what he thinks is that southern rim.
He's another great story, isn't he? Hayden White, we saw Cameron Cole, and here he is leading the big names of the sport. Himself, Hayden White, he's got the fresh face looks, and I tell you what, he could be the pin-up boy of this sport in years to come. I don't know about his golf swing. I think that's a little agricultural. There's some beautiful courses around here in the Margaret River.
I'm not good to comment on the golf swing, but what a great testimonial for surf lifesaving and the mateship that's involved in it. And that's what is behind all these guys and girls that race. They absolutely love being out in nature and racing each other.
Here's Wesley Berg rolling under another big wave. Let's see how quick he gets back on here. Still hanging off it a little bit.
Oh, that's a lot. He won't be enjoying that, will he, Reece?
It didn't look like it was fun.
Wes doesn't mind a story too, he'll tell us after that. And Cam Cole pops over that one and holds it sideways. They're rolling left, right and centre here.
Well, Zane, the new series is all about pushing the guys and women to their limits. You've got that here, that's for sure.
Yeah, we certainly wanted some challenging conditions, and Mother Nature's delivered here today.
You've had to amend the course. Take us through it.
Yeah, look, we were dealt the conditions, and we basically had to change it. It's a shortened course. We're still trying to keep to that 40 to 45 minutes, so it's an estimate at the moment, and we'll see how we go.
One of the jet ski riders said this is the worst conditions he's been in. How much is safety a concern for you?
Safety is really number one priority for the athletes, and that's the reasons we've changed the course. The reasons for the delay as well, delayed start. So, and we'll be monitoring the athletes the whole way through. There's, elevated safety measures in place to ensure that.
It's action-packed, that's for sure. Thanks, Nate.
Zane Holmes, pretty handy himself. What an extraordinary athlete he was. He's been very, very busy the last few days with his clipboard, and he's picking stuff up off the beach, redoing courses.
Yeah, he's really enjoying his new role. I was speaking to him earlier, and he knows his sport and he knows the water back and forth. So he's great to have as the race director. I know all the athletes are appreciative of it.
I'm looking for our leader here, Hayden White. That's 3 gone past, and here he comes now. He's going around the can. That's him in 4th spot. So that rip has not worked again, Reece. He's gone around there, and it hasn't worked. That's twice Wesberg, and now Hayden White. And here we go, Kai Hurst. We haven't seen a lot of him yet.
Yeah, he's just having a little lay down, give those hamstrings and back a rest. But here we go, Matt Bevilacqua. That's a great effort from the young Taswegian.
And also, shot of Wesberg paddling past there, but in that previous shot, Kane Eckstein starting to make a bit of a move there. You get halfway through a race like this with Kane Eckstein leading, you don't want to let him go. Oh, and he rolls off. I put the mocker on him. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, had the year off. Kane Eckstein won in 2012. It is Eckstein City in this series over the last few years.
It certainly is. They've run it for the last 4 years or longer, actually, between them. But and they're a bit of a unified force now, the Ecksteins. Once upon a time, they were a bit more, lack of brotherly love there, but now they're once a mighty unified force. There we see Kendrick Louis sitting in a great spot with Kane, 2 of the big guns.
It was lucky to see that little slip from Kane. Didn't affect him. He managed to still get onto that leading wave, so he'll be a little bit relieved. But like you said, Trevor, the longer this thing goes, the more of a threat Kane Eckstein is. He's an endurance beast.
I just wonder, Nathan Smith, we heard before from Hayden White, doing a great job there, and Matt Bevilacqua, Bevy to his mates, doing also very well in his first series.
Kendrick Louis, Kane Eckstein, Nathan Smith, Matt Bevilacqua. You can see it all there, Dane Farrell. You predicted Louis yourself.
Yeah, I like the look of Kendrick. He's got not a bad leg. He runs well, swims well, board and ski paddles well. Good in surf conditions, good in flat conditions. I like him for the overall series.
And here comes the pack. Kai Hurst, well, he's not out of it, is he? He's always just sitting there. And there's Shannon Eckstein there. Well, he's back probably a lot further than he'd want to be at this present time, but he'll try and work his way back in it. And here's a young gun, Tannen Linden.
Quite often in horse racing parlance, they put themselves to sleep, some of these champions, in the middle of the field. Is that what Eckstein's doing, Shannon?
I would say with Shannon, you could say that. Everybody else, they don't really want to be there. Matt Poole, we see him at the back of that shot. He does not want to be there. Shannon will be okay with where he is. He's got that wisdom. He's very comfortable, very certain he'll move his way through the field as he goes on.
And you talked about Matty Poole, Trevor. This will be a real test for him. He's coming back from a broken leg from the Deep Water Series last year, so it'll be interesting to see how he's feeling, how he's holding up. We'll just have to wait and see how it pans out for him.
Yeah, great series, Deep Water. And I'll tell you, you wouldn't want to have any tougher conditions, would you? It's a reasonable acid test here at Smith's Beach with these big seas.
Oh, this is the perfect test for Ironman. This is what Ironman racing's all about. When you get yourself in that position where you have to relax when there's monstrous set breaking in front of you, you can't get a proper breath, you're fighting with your other competitors around these cans, the wind's blowing across your ski. Every single leg here is really, really challenging.
And so much work has to be done by the legs, doesn't it? So like he's coming back from that broken leg. We just saw the great shots of the underwater.
It really does. And the other thing too for Matt Poole was he was absolutely having a ball in that series. He loved being there. So to actually have the heartbreak of having to fly home and leave it as well, I think there'll be a little bit of pent-up frustration in Matt Poole. He loves racing. He loves being out there with it. So I think we'll see a little bit of that too, where Pooley's going to race well once he finds his feet.
I noticed too on one of those earliest shots a formidable force, Kai Hurst making move. And just on the top of that wave, they're getting down a beautiful.
Oh.
That is great surfing from Kane.
Let's see. Did he hold it? I think he's lost that race, and here's another opportunity for someone at the back here. See, he held himself at the top of the wave there, delivered himself to the bottom. Here we go, Kane. No, he did hold it. He did a very good job.
He held it. That was great body surfing from Kane. And as we said, the longer this race goes, and he's a confidence guy, once he gets out in front, he really thrives on that. This will be interesting to see where he takes this race to now.
And great call, Reese. Kai Hurst, there he is. He's come through as well. So that was him on the other side. And first and second, these two legends of the sport.
Kane Eckstein having the year off. Is there anything like match fitness in this sport?
There certainly is, yeah. It's that feeling of comfortability that I've been doing it time and time again. Just like, you know, our footballers and everything else, you really get comfortable with it. In Ironman racing, you got to relax, really, when you go, oh, there we go, talk about, I think I'll put the mocker on him again. You have to relax, and we see Kane Eckstein plough into that wave. He's going to get back on. This is really important. He holds it. We see Kendrick Louis leaning back and getting some air. Fantastic. He's away.
With that, oh, they're rolling it.
Oh, this is carnage. Now, this is probably one of the biggest sets we've seen. Look at the guys here.
Going backwards at rotor knots, that's Tommy Trenbarth rolling off the left side of the ski. He'll have to get on and straighten his ski up. As you said, this is a good size set. Someone else punching in. There we go. Air, sideways, that's Josh Minogue trying to keep his ski, and Tommy off again.
This is literally trying to get out of a whirlpool, isn't it? These blokes are really struggling.
And there was a moment there you could see way out the back Kendrick Louis on his own.
And he just had that little edge on him, and he's super aggressive, Kendrick. He saw his chance, he went for it, and he's made the most of it. This could be a huge turning point in the race, Trevor.
Mitch Miller on and going. There's some air, that's what you see. Did he stay on? No, he's off. This is one of those moments when the good guys will know exactly what to do. Look at Kendrick Louis looking back. There we go. Dane Farrell getting some major air. The good guys know what to do. Tannen Linden unjamming his rudder. When you get shot backwards, sometimes the rudder bends out of place. There's the cream of the crop out the back. Everybody else inside at the moment still trying to get out. Whoa!
Look at this thing, Tim. Ruth, hold on. That is massive. Wowee.
This is Nutri-Grain Ironman racing at its best.
These guys have spent the last 12 months praying for that sort of surf. Now they've got it, I'm not so sure that they want it.
And Kendrick Louis, he's got a pretty big lead here. It's pretty huge, actually. he even had the time to actually pull off a wave and pick his wave on the way in, and he's trying to be smart about it.
He actually looked like he was straight. Oh, Cam Cole. Oh, he's got through that one. He didn't back shoot.
And you notice some of the guys are coming back in, and Hayden White, he's lost his ski.
There it is, the ski just sitting there.
That goes to show he was leading this race earlier on today. He has now lost his ski. That could put him way, way, way behind.
So here's a few of the guys we see on their way back in as we see Kendrick Louis hit the beach. We just saw Matt Poole. He's doing okay. He must have got out there somehow. It'll be interesting to see who's pulled this off. Where's the skills come through?
It's a demolition derby here in the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. More after this.
You wiped out. You wiped out. You wiped
Just spectacular pictures here. Channel 9's Wide World of Sports.
Straight back into it. Hayden White's white ski going across. Hayden Allen has had to cut across, and he's got into the barrel.
Oh, I cannot believe he just got thumped, Trevor. That's probably about the only time that Hayden Allen hasn't wanted to be in a barrel, that he has just got flogged.
He'll duck his head here. He's in the tube now, and
That's spectacular footage. That's unbelievable.
a bit more serious, Reece. How's his ski after that?
Yeah, well, the possibility of it snapping is big, but Kendrick Louis, he is just powering out in front. Here's a chase pack.
Have we ever seen pictures like this? This is the Nutri-Grain Ironman series like you've never seen it before, isn't it?
Oh, they've never pictures like this, and these waves only come every few years. This is a real honour to race in this sort of stuff. What about the way the creams rise to the top here with these few guys? Absolutely incredible. There we see Kai Hurst, who's just stayed there. We've hardly watched him at all, and there he is just sitting there very, very casually, ready to win the race, really.
I knew that he would have been just frothing to get out into these waves, but here comes some more contenders down on these waves. They're all doing a really good job of holding their skis nice and straight.
Matt Poole on the right there. And you see Shannon Eckstein on the right paddling back out. So he's right there too. There's Kane Eckstein out further. And we see out to way out the back. Who have we got? That's Dane Farrell. So he's almost being lapped at the back. And right out there chasing him on the board is our leader, which at this point in time is Kendrick Louis.
It's Kendrick Louis. That just goes to show you how big that set was before. It sorted the men out from the boys. Dane, first year in the series, he's still getting used to a few things. Oh, and look, this Hayden White's still trying to get out on the ski.
So Hayden White had to come all the way back into him and grab his ski to go back out to complete the course. And that's Mitch Miller we're seeing so far behind, so he knows the leader's way out there. He's been lapped.
Well, let's put this race in context because these guys are still on their skis. The leaders are on their board.
He's hurting. You know, the anger's sitting there. He's devastated. He's devastated his race is done.
It just goes to show you how tough this sport is. You can go from hero to zero in one set of a wave. It can be a really tough day at the office, and sometimes when things are going against you, they keep going against. Look at that, poor bloke.
There he goes again. Mitch has given us a colourful display. And I challenge you, if you've never paddled a ski before, to go out and try and do 20 strokes on one of these things without falling off in flat water, and then you'll understand what these guys are going through. Incredible job to get this far.
It's a very, very tough sport, and young Hayden was pinching himself before, and now he's really in the depths of despair.
We're still back with Mitch. He's still providing commentary for us. He's a classic character, Mitch Miller, and really loved by all the guys in the series. He'll have a good story to tell after this, once he calms down a little, of course.
Yeah, it shows you how passionate the guys are too. Like, he's got the arms and everything, but he'll get his opportunity soon, I'm no doubt. But Kane Eckstein, he's powering on. He's looking around, trying to pick a set. Look at these runners out the back. But here goes Kendrick Louis. He's got a wave. He's going to increase his lead here.
Unlike many, he's cruising, and it's pretty tough on the beach too.
Well, in conditions like this, there's an awful lot of pressure on the handlers, men like Ian Poole. Ian, tell us about your job. It's crucial to get it right.
It's very stressful, very hard. It's you don't want to let them down, and as you can see, carrying the ski in the wind, not easy.
And it gets competitive between you all.
Yeah, always. Very, you want to make sure you're in the right place at the right time and doing the right thing for your athlete, give him every chance.
Okay, I'll let you get back to it. Thank you.
very much.
Good luck.
So there he is, Ian Poole. He looks like he can compete himself, Matt's dad.
Yeah, he's quite a character. You know, it must be cool down on the beach because he's actually got a shirt on, which is very rare for Ian Poole, but he might get me back for that later on.
As the boys roll into a good wave, then you can also hear in his voice how much it means to him to look after his son too. You know, he'd feel all the stress that his son was feeling out there. And the little reference to you've got to make sure the ski's in the right spot, that sort of thing. There is a bit of pressure for those handlers.
He's got a beanie on as well. Surely he doesn't have the beanie and no shirt.
Yeah, it's been done before, so... But here comes Kane. He's getting into the groove of things. He's trying to hunt down Kendrick Louis, who's got a massive lead at the moment.
I'm liking the look of Kai Hurst at the moment. Looks pretty solid, just sitting there. You know, he starts to time his run, and there's the other one, Shannon Eckstein. What's he going to do in the last few legs?
Yeah, and especially with the swim leg, you know, coming up, they're two formidable forces in the swim, so they're looking really good at this point of time.
Look at that, shadowing each other.
Oh, he's like just cruising at the back, isn't he, Shannon? He looks like he's got so much left in him.
Yeah, he does that run leg so effortless, light on his feet.
Shannon Eckstein, absolute superstar of this sport. As we see the leaders at the moment, it's Louis, Kane, Shannon's younger brother, then Kai Hurst. There he is in fourth.
A lot of people talk about Shannon as the professor, and they talk about the mental approach and everything else, but he also races from the heart. He loves this sport. He loves doing it now for his family. He's got a new inspiration for it. It's great to see him in the twilight of his career looking so calm and balanced. I really love watching him race.
He's super tough too, Trevor. I don't think that gets mentioned enough. To keep turning up year after year and keep winning races, he's so mentally and physically tough.
And there's definitely that pragmatism to it. He's got a young family, like most of us. You've got to get the job done.
Yeah, you can understand, can't you? And what an amazing sort of workplace or occupation. You're out there and you're not guaranteed money at the end of the day. One wave breaks in the right spot and you're out. There goes your prize money.
Yeah, the sea hasn't been that hospitable today, but I tell you what, the people in Western Australia, the town of Bustleton, what an extraordinary place that is. Not far from here at Smiths Beach, just absolutely brilliant. Everybody and the help they've given, extraordinary.
Kendrick Louis, great body surfing there, Trevor. He looked really good on that. But just in the background, Kai Hurst is not far away. He is hunting Kendrick down, and it's because of that awesome swim leg of his.
Here we go, the competitors heading into the final circuit. Kendrick Louis, he holds a fairly solid lead, followed by Kai Hurst, and then it looks like daylight at the moment. Let me tell you, the waves from the beach are absolutely monstrous. There are about 6-foot sets coming through, and it is pretty much unrelenting, plus a huge wind that the competitors have to battle with. One circuit to go, anything could still happen.
Sure can, Roz, and I tell you what, the pictures that we're capturing today as we see Shannon Eckstein, this cruise missile, just come up the beach. He hung out the back there for a while and he's just grafted his way through this race. There is real tough conditions. Shannon just moved across as others, well, their race was run there.
And all three of those first three guys look incredible at the moment. They look like they're cruising. Matt Poole coming in fourth. What a recovery for Matt Poole. That's sensational. And there's the other one of the big five, Kane Eckstein. And despite what you can see here, these guys look like they're cruising along, but they've got a lot to manage. They're managing their own bodies, they're managing their craft, but they're also managing some thoughts. Kendrick Louis caught on the left side. Wow, every time I talk, someone rolls off. What am I doing?
Trev, I don't think it's you, buddy. These seas are really difficult today.
Kai Hurst has just slipped out past Kendrick Louis. So he was on the hunt, now he's going to be the hunted. Kai Hurst is now leading this race.
And that's what I was about to say. Between them, those ears, they're starting to think, this is my chance, this is my move. We've seen Kane Eckstein go the lead. We've seen Kendrick Louis go the lead. Now we've seen Kai Hurst go the lead. Can he hold it?
As we see young Farrell go through with the blue hair for Beyond Blue, a wonderful course. Shannon Eckstein, Kendrick Louis, Kai Hurst, all the big names there. Look at Shannon. Look at him there.
You can see Matty Poole, he's just been caught up by a few of those sets. those three have got a nice clean break now. Kai's looking good. He's looking pretty relaxed, pretty comfortable, and a good rate there.
And they're 2/3 of the way through, so they know that they've actually just got these last legs to go, and they've finished this race.
Kai must hear the breathing, though. He must know that Shannon's not far away.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of experience there. He's used to that position though, Tim, so he'll be comfortable and around that turning can and chase a few of these little runners home.
Out of those top four that sit there at the moment, you'd have to say probably Kai and Shannon are the two that have the supreme surf skills. When it really comes down to it, they're less likely to make a mistake. Don't get me wrong, Kendrick Louis, an incredible athlete, but Kai and Shannon in another stratosphere in the surf lifesaving world about how they handle their craft.
And just that pressure, they're used to that pressure, Trevor, being out in front, being expected to win, you know. Look at Shannon, he looks so comfortable out there, so relaxed. He's very much in the hunt for this round.
Which of these suit these conditions the most?
Well, certainly you'd think in the swim, Kai Hurst is the one with that swim leg being last. That's a great opportunity for him. But Shannon's the one that sits back there, you know, stalking the prey out the front. But Kendrick Louis, he's the young guy I talked about earlier that really wants to win this series. And I know he's worked on every aspect of his racing, so don't expect him to falter.
Here we go, Kendrick Louis coming down, back up. He's not giving in, here we go. This is going to turn into a wave here, and it has.
Oh, a little moment there. Have they kept it straight? On board, here we go.
Leaning back.
Look at the look on Kai Hurst's face. And he has a bit of a laugh. He shares a bit of a laugh with Kendrick. These two have become pretty close too. They've become great mates. Good to see them out there on a wave together, and I'm sure they're saying, let's knock off Shannon.
Yeah, not long to go. Will they do it? This is the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. Back to see if they can knock off the champion. Great to have your company on Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. It's the Nutri-Grain Ironman series, and I tell you what a way to kick it off. There it is, Kai Hurst. You'll recognise him. He's been a long-term competitor in this sport, also a dual Olympian, and he's got some competition.
Reece, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a bit excited. Kind of the butterflies from the old days. You can feel it's coming down to the business end of the race, and the cream has risen to the top. These three superstars, but these two out in front at the moment. Kendrick Louis running in. He wants to win this race, let me tell you. Kai Hurst has won a stack before, more than Kendrick Louis has, but Kendrick Louis is the heir apparent.
Isn't that a great shot? You can almost hear his heartbeat.
It's great to have those GoPros and see that. Here's Nathan Smith. This just goes to show you how tough this surf is. Nathan Smith's making a return after 3 years. This guy's won numerous races.
Oh, there's the land upside down.
He's having a tough day, poor old Smitty. He'd be frustrated. Here comes Shannon Eckstein. He's not out of this race by any means. He is right in amongst it, and he's got it. Look at that focus on his face there, Trevor.
There's still a bit of a gap there. Oh, you know what? I reckon those boys have been held up on the shore break a little bit, because that should have been a bit further than that. And there, he's right behind them now.
We just heard from him before, didn't we, talking about his family and where he's at and his professionalism. He just looks to have that real ease about the way he does it.
He hasn't looked like that the whole race, has he? Look at him now. Look at he just looks so determined there. The eyes are set forward. Matt Poole right back there in 4th spot, which has been a great recovery for him. A leg to go, 2 legs to go, and he's in a great position.
Yeah, Pooley would be really happy with that result. You know, he's not out of it yet by all means. Here comes Kane Eckstein. He's not out of it either, even though we're getting towards the end of the race. They're not out of it, these guys. This surf can do anything today.
Got to remember with those two, so Pooley and Kane Eckstein are probably two of the tougher races. I was just going to say, he was just complaining about his board being on the wrong side.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it just shows that determination and frustration that these guys are having out there today. And there's those little things sometimes get to you. But here's Kai Hurst out in front.
Yeah, Kai Hurst, Shannon Eckstein, and of course the contest organiser himself, the guy that's running the show, Zane Holmes. They all competed a lot with each other.
And back to this fella here, Wes Berg. Actually raced with all those guys for a long time as well, still doing really well in the series. But yes, Zane Holmes, the only man to win the Coolangatta Gold the Australian Ironman Championship and a professional series, the big trifecta. Only man in our sport to ever do it.
Pretty sure he won a world title as well too. So
That was the fourth one, wasn't it?
it
The world
was,
title,
what
that's
it was.
right.
So he's accomplished, that's for sure. But here's Kendrick up on Kai's tail, and here goes Wesy Berg. I think Wesy's the oldest in the field too now, so a couple of kids himself, and he's still doing a great race here today. And seeing bunny hopping and a couple of little facials for us. Off he goes.
He's sitting back there in 6 spots. That's a pretty sensational job. That keeps him top 6, actually re-qualify for next year's series. So these guys in the back of their mind be thinking about that sort of stuff.
Definitely. Here's Kaya just laying down again, giving those hamstrings a rest. Kendrick Louis doing the same. Kaya just having a sneaky little peek there to see what's going on behind him.
See if we can see that gap in the background. We didn't quite pick it up, but here comes Shannon Eckstein. So let's have a look at the look on his face as he comes in closer. There's a determination. He's laying down to cut through that chop a little bit better. His eyes fixed out on the swell, fixed back to the people in front of him, and now exactly where he's going. He's had a look at both, and now he just concentrates on where he's looking at him, looking for the wave.
The 7 times winner of the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. They're tough conditions today.
Tannen Linden sideways, rolled off on the underside. Look at him trying to hold on. Here we go. This is a great onboard camera shot.
Just a young gun, still getting used to things, still getting experience. It is a tough day out there. Here we
Right,
go.
now this is interesting. This is interesting. They're coming into the beach. We've got Louis, we've got Hurst, and there's Shannon Eckstein. Now these guys, are they moving? He's going to get on this wave here, isn't he, Shannon? These blokes are looking at him.
No.
They're looking
No.
at their fate. Look at Eckstein come past them like a cruise ship.
They just sat there. What could they do? There's nothing they could do. That is devastating. Look at this wave they've come down. Kendrick Louis nearly ran over one of our cameramen. Let's have a look.
Look at Kai here. Here he comes. Well, this just goes to show you our sport again. You can get that lead, but it can be brought back to level just like that.
You can't script the pitches. Of course, we've got to come up on the beach, and then we've got the swim. The boys seem to have caught up here.
And Kendrick looking across to our left there, his right, and they're having a little chat on the beach there on the boards. I tell you one thing, Kai Hurst, he let it go straight away. He concentrated on getting to the bottom of the wave. You can't afford to be cursing Shannon and nosedive and lose the race yourself. There's the big 3.
One leg to go, swim to go. Kai Hurst, he'd have to be the favourite. Kai or Shannon, they're such good swimmers. Kendrick's swimming so well today as well.
This is your 3 best swimmers in the field, right here with a swim leg to go.
Absolutely.
Shannon Eckstein, there he is in the bronze medal position right at the moment. This is the final part of this race. What an opening to the Nutri-Grain Ironman series. Smith's Beach here in Western Australia. The surrounds are beautiful. The racing is just as exquisite.
And here we go.
It's Thomas Trembath coming down
Oh.
a boomer.
And there's the cover up, and he gets spat back out. You don't know where you're going at that particular point in time. Matt Pearl right there. I'm going to jump ahead for a moment. Reese, run up the beach between those 3. Who would win it?
I think Kendrick Louis maybe with the young legs, but Kai Hurst is deceptively fast for a bigger guy.
Over that shorter distance, definitely. So Wes Berg doing great riding behind Kane Eckstein. And really it is, we talk about it so much, but it's amazing how the wisdom and that those guys that have been doing it for so long have that confidence. It just rises to the top in these conditions.
Yeah, and all that training. What time's the alarm clock go?
Yeah, 4:30 for most, 4 o'clock for some, 4:50 if you live next to the pool.
All I've got to do is put my makeup on and go to the Today Show. These guys have to compete.
Yeah, they don't put their makeup on until after swimming, Tim. So that's Hayden White sideways. Oh, hey, what a day he's had today.
Yeah, this is a rough start for him at first race, and he's having a really, really tough day out there, but he'll learn from that.
Remembering, of course, he's actually got the board and swim to go now.
Exactly. Kai Hurst is making his move now. He is leading. Kendrick Louis is trying to hang in there, but they've dropped Shannon. They've actually swum away from Shannon on the way out, Trev.
I'm too nervous. Tim, call us home. What's going to happen here?
Well,
This is
I mean,
amazing.
look here, you guys know this sport, but it's impossible to write this guy off, isn't it? Shannon Eckstein. He's won 7 of these. 7. This would be his 8th if he wins this series. So you got Kai Hurst. I know something remarkable will have to happen, but you couldn't write him off.
I like Kai's lead at the moment, though. He's sitting in the box seat. Hang on, what have we got? Whoa.
Who was that?
Look, someone's got on that wave. The others haven't.
Shannon Eckstein.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Shannon.
The luck of the draw, the good players. Is it Shannon Eckstein?
That was awesome body surfing from whoever that was, and I'm pretty positive that was Shannon Eckstein. It is.
It's Shannon Eckstein.
Where's Kai?
Oh, no, this is unbelievable. Kai Hurst and Kendrick Louis have set it up. Shannon Eckstein standing up, making sure they're not on the wave with him. He's going to run up the beach to win this race.
Yeah, the champions, they make their own luck, don't they? Shannon
He's not
Eckstein
sure.
caught the wave.
He's not sure.
Shannon Eckstein is going to win this first race in the most remarkable of circumstances. The last 2 legs, he got the wave on both, and he's left Kai Hurst and young Louis behind. He gives the high fives through this grueling professional looking for 8 series wins, and he knows he's won this as he cracks the tape.
And he comfortably strolls across the line too. After all that, he strolls across the line on his own. Great job, Shannon Eckstein. Here's the big finish. 2nd place, very important in the overall. Kai Hurst has got Kendrick Louis.
Great effort. That's a great race from Kai. He'll be pretty happy. He'll be disappointed, but he'll be happy with that. Mitchy Miller's still running around. He's got another lap to go.
Bit of a wry smile from Mitch Miller.
Kendrick Louis will be happy with that. Here we go for 4th place. Pooley and Kane Eckstein. Here they go. Pooley's got him. Kane's had a little slip on the edge. And Pooley will be stoked with that too. That's a great comeback.
Yeah, that's a series keeper, that one. That keeps you in the running for the overall series. Well done. He's top 5. Really good result.
Kane Eckstein, after a year off, he won in 2012, not there 2013. 5th here.
Wes Berg into 6th spot. Incredible job for him as well.
So there it is, Shannon Eckstein. Does it come as any great surprise? There were moments there where we thought he was gone. Well, not gone, but wasn't going to win it. And he gets there. Matt Bevilacqua, well done for him, the kid from Tasmania. Thomas Trembath, he had his trials and tribulations.
Hayden Allen too, great job first year. Nathan Smith, Cam Cole, Hayden White and Dane Farrell. Beyond Blue, great representation today, but struggled at the end of the race.
Well, you two were neck and neck for most of this. Kendrick, you set the pace most of this race. The old guys just got you there.
Yeah, it was one of those races I thought, before we started, you're going to be out there on your own. Whether you're at the front or, mid-pack or the back, it's one of those things you just got to focus on yourself and the conditions, and if luck goes your way, you'll be out there, and if not, you just got to deal with it. So, the experience of Kai and Shannon sort of came over the top of me at the end. So I'm happy with the 3rd. So I would have loved to win, but you can't have it all the time. So, I take my hat off to these boys.
Kai, the swim is your strength, but how tough were those conditions?
Yeah, exceptionally tough. I think, surfers last year when Kendrick won, it was probably just as big, but a lot more controlled. Today's conditions here at Smith's Beach is, the conditions are very uncontrolling, and it's a matter of just putting yourself in the right spot at the right time. And, Kendrick did an amazing race, same with Shannon, and, unfortunately Shannon came over the top of us. And, that's surf, and that's why we do it. You have a bit of luck here and there, and at the same time you can create your own luck too.
Does this set up the rest of the series? Is Shannon the man to catch?
I think, this is dangerous. I guess, to have Kendrick in 3rd place. I saw Matt Poole in 4th and Kane in 5th. Your top 5 or 6 guys, given how tomorrow's race will pan out, certainly it shapes up for a tough season.
Okay, guys, best of luck. Thanks for that.
No worries, thanks.
Thanks, Roz. Thank you, boys. There's been highs and lows, spills and thrills. Quite a day at Smith's Beach in Western Australia, the Lone Ski. We'll hear from Shannon Eckstein, the winner, after this.
what a day for Shannon Eckstein. He's taken out the first ever Nutri-Grain Ironman race held here at Smiths Beach. Yet again, everyone's chasing Shannon. And we're joined by the man himself. Shannon, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Corbin. Ended up being a really good day. I thought the first couple of laps I was a little bit behind, a little bit of bad luck here and there, but I was blessed those last two legs, the board and swim, to come through with the win.
Yeah, well, tell us about that. Like you said, that first leg, you seem to be back a little bit. At what stage do you think you made that ground up? Was there a specific moment where you got a wave or you got a break?
Not really. When you're going out through the surf and in 9 times, the luck tends to even out. So the first couple of times I thought I was getting hit and wasn't getting a wave in the first board legs, but I just stayed calm and tried to stay consistent and still pick my spots, and ended up getting a couple of good waves, and unlucky for Kendrick and Kai, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, but speaking of the carnage, it seemed on that second leg and that ski leg, there seemed to be a lot of skis going everywhere. Did you get caught up in that, or did you manage to sneak out?
I was actually right next to Nathan Smith, and we rolled one. It's probably 5 foot, and I got through it all right, come around, and I think 2 legs later, we were lapping Nathan. So I thought, what the hell happened here? He's gone from probably 4th to, 14th. So, yeah, it can change pretty quickly out there.
Shannon, looking forward, how are you feeling now? Obviously that one's out of the way, a bit of pressure off.
Yeah, I thought that was probably be my worst one. I came into this a little bit underdone. I had a few days off training, so I thought if I can build throughout the series, I might be able to get the job done. But a bonus winning the first one, and I'll recover now. 30-year-old body now, I've got to recover for round 2.
Hey, also, your rivals behind you was Kai and Kendrick. Going into the season, what do you think about those guys on your tail?
Kai's ever consistent, and Kendrick's the young up-and-comer. I also thought my brother Kane raced really well today, and he was a little bit unlucky, I think, in the last ski leg. So those guys have got some good points, and it's going to be a battle in this series.
Congratulations, Shannon. Reese, let's check out the leaderboard. There is no surprise in the standings with Shannon out in front.
No, once again, Corbin, you're exactly right. Strong, consistent, tough. He's going to be hard to beat from here. He likes to lead from the front, and he's out there again. It's going to be a tough challenge for the guys to peg him back.
Also, a reminder of the women's earlier. It was just like the men's, both the champions out in front.
Courtney Hancock, again, proven champion. She swam so well today. Outstanding performance. Again, it's going to be hard for the girls to peg her back.
Reese, what a way to start the season.
Well, definitely, mate. We came over to the Wild West hoping for waves. We got it. And what a couple of great races. The men's race was outstanding. Through the best guys, best Ironman, just going hammer and tongs. What a great result. And Courtney Hancock putting on a clinic out there. So it was a fantastic start to our series.
Awesome. Can't wait. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be right here in Western Australia at Smiths Beach.